Hi, my name is Amanda Miles. I picked chapter 14, Design Consideration for Mobile Learning, out of the Instructional Design Theories and Model book. And my presentation is going to go over the overview of the chapter, some of the supporting strategies that I looked at, and just my own thoughts on everything. So while I was going through the supporting strategies, I came across this quote, and I felt like it was important because I feel like it can tie to mobile learning in a lot of ways. We cannot always build the future for our youth, but we can build our youth for the future. So technology is always growing, and it's growing rapidly. And I find that I think it is important that we make sure our youth is ready for the future, and mobile learning is going to be a big part of the future. So mobile learning offers many different features, benefits that enable it to break the education system wide open. It helps engage students in new ways in making educational experiences more meaningful. Mobile learning offers a huge opportunity for revolutionizing education and learning. So what exactly is mobile learning? There were a couple different definitions that I came across in the book and articles that I read. I felt like this one touched on most of the characteristics of mobile learning. Within the book that I got the definition, which was the Instructional Design Theories and Model book, it also mentions some of the main focuses of the development of mobile learning. There was 3 of them. One was focus upon devices, focuses upon learning outside the classroom, and focus upon the mobility of the learner. So currently I work at USAA as an Instructional Designer 3, and my audience is adult learning. So one of the things that we've talked about is mobile learning, and if it would be just as effective as classroom learning, where the employees get to have the hands-on experience with the tools and systems that we use. They have role play, and they have the guidance of the facilitator. They have the guidance of the facilitator while they're actually doing the role plays. And they're hands-on with the tools and systems that are currently being used. Some of the employees that I work with, coworkers, believe that it would not be beneficial. Some believe there's a way, yes, that it would be beneficial. So I'm hoping as we work through this project, or as I work through this project and time goes on, it will help me answer the question and maybe bring new ideas to the table back to work. So within the book, it focuses on 2 different types of mobile learning. One is informal and one is formal. So informal typically includes happier events that can be captured using a student's smartphone camera, microphone, the auto recording tool that we have on our smartphones. It can be shared via 3G network or whatever network they may have through Wi-Fi. And formal is learning activities designed by a teacher and carried out in a classroom setting with direct formative or summative assessments. It can be achieved through different ways, such as live conversations, through web conferencing tools, sharing multimedia portfolios and projects. So whichever mobile learning we choose, whether it's informal or formal, we still want to make sure our children, or in my case, adult learners, can be smarter than a smartphone. So we need to think hard about the pedagogies we are using to teach them. Technology can amplify great teaching, but great technology cannot replace poor teaching. It also focused on 3 different universal principles of mobile learning. One was enable student-generated content. So encouraging students to use built-in mobile multimedia production tools like their smartphones or school technology such as tablets. I know my kids are able to use their tablets at school for certain activities that they do through Seesaw. And students can also use mobile social media for communication and collaboration, such as web conferencing tools with Facebook, Instagram, Skype, or other conferencing tools. One that did come to mind is my children come home they come home every day, but every now and then they play Prodigy, and it's a game that they can play online. It's educational, it's for math. And it was just a few weeks ago that I noticed that they were actually playing with other kids, different levels, and chatting with them. So I hate to limit social media to just the mainstream media that comes straight to mind. That is something that I am guilty of doing, but there's so much more out there for children education, the education world. Another universal principle would be enabling student-generated context. Design of mobile learning experience should focus upon facilitating student creativity within a variety of contexts in and beyond the classroom. Facilitate student-directed projects and negotiation of assessment activities. Allowing students to explore new and emerging tools can enrich learning environment and could lead to higher levels of student engagement and beyond simply doing what is just required. This could also be creating a supportive learning environment where students feel encouraged and safe to try new ideas. We also want to build contextual centers where we provide a link between the learner and the environment where the learning takes place. So one of the things that I thought of when it mentioned allowing the students to explore new and emerging tools was last semester we worked, I was able to go to the Adobe Max conference, I believe it was called, and I also was able to work on getting my badge for level 1 Adobe Creative Thinker, I believe, where I was able to post some of my ideas online and then have other peers give me feedback, or even the managers or the people that make sure you meet the criteria for the badge, gave me feedback. So if it was a safe place to try new things and to have that communication with others. And then last but not least is enable authentic learning experiences. This is where we promote the use of social media where students can share their work, which also ties in a little bit to the Adobe Creative Cloud Learning Badge, since I was able to post my work there and receive that feedback. And then we should also go above and beyond, like I had mentioned, the social media of Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, of maintaining social network and utilizing critical education tools within. We can also use social media to foster the development of teamwork. And then this slide here is a table that was within the chapter. It helps summarize the framework for applying those 3 universal principles of mobile learning. It's a simple guideline to link mobile learning theory and practice along continuum for teacher-directed pedagogy towards student-determined pedagogy. Now, Hugh is also self-directed education, self-learning, something self-taught. It is where this is where it's argued that mobile learning provides a powerful catalyst for post-industrial paradigm of instruction. Thank you. That's it.